We're Italian.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Betsy. Together, we're As We Go.
One of the great things about RV travel is seeing and doing different things. And with Tall Ships at Galveston, we got to do both.
Now, if you've read any of our Thing to Do blogs out on our blog site, you know that we run primarily on free is good. And admittedly, Tall Ships Festival, the full meal deal, did not fall under that. However, one of the free events that was part of Tall Ships Galveston was the Parade of Sail. So we packed up our lunch and camera gear and headed on over on the ferry.
We opted to watch it from Stewart Beach. It was easy to find parking and scored a great viewing spot.
We got there about an hour ahead of time, and we were surprised there weren't more folks waiting for the ships. And then it dawned on us, oh yeah, it's Thursday. A lot of folks were probably still at work. Yes, it was a little hurry up and wait for us, but it was well worth the wait. It's one thing to see these tall ships in an old Errol Flynn movie, quite another to actually see them in person. And while our camera may not have been able to do them full justice, we really enjoyed being able to see these vessels out under sail.
We met a crew member from the Elissa later that weekend, and he said they were all aiming to travel at 5 knots, but the winds sort of followed those plans. But even with the less than ideal weather, it was great to watch, and we hope you enjoyed this glimpse of the Parade of Sail from the Tall Ships Galveston event.
The Parade of Sail was almost an intro to the Tall Ships Galveston event. And we'll start with the official tall ship of Texas. She's sort of a local favorite too, since she lives here year-round in Galveston, and she's the oldest vessel at the festival. Then we had the Oosterschelde from the Netherlands. She was second oldest, and she sure seemed to enjoy playing in the gusty winds and zipping back and forth along the parade route. She was probably the fastest boat out there that day. Another wonderful ship that we had come to Tall Ships was the Oliver Hazard Perry, seen here with the Elissa. But the Oliver Hazard Perry is actually the youngest ship here. How young? Sort of a preschooler. She was built back in just 2015, making her a rip-roaring 3 years old. And the Lynx is another youngster, built back in just 2001. But her design is also a historical one. She was based on the privateers from the War of 1812. You can see how she's bouncing about there in those waves. And I tell you, they had day sails available on the Lynx and on the When and If for the Parade of Sail. I sure hope those folks remembered to take their seasick pills. Wow. And speaking of the When and If, you see her here with the Oliver Hazard Perry. Now, she might be considered like the middle child of this group, as she was built just in 1939 for General Patton. She's also the smallest craft in the festival, and she sure flew along in those waves. Look at her bounce. Oh my goodness, she bobbed up and down all the way back as they come back into the harbor. Now, the Picton Castle may be one of my personal favorites out of the Tall Ships Festival this time. She was a bark that was built in 1928, has a personality all her own, with a very unique profile against the sky. Now, if you want to learn more about any of these tall ships, I'll have links down below in the description there. And we just want to thank you so much for watching our video. We sure hope you enjoyed the start of our Tall Ships Galveston series. And hey, if you liked it, do give us a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe so you can be among the first in your neighborhood to know when the next installment goes live. Thanks again for watching, and safe travels to you.